Sir, when did you start writing po? And how did you start writing?
If you mean when did I start writing for the Inquirer, a regular column, I started writing for the Inquirer in 1995. But before that, I had been writing a column in Filipino for a newspaper that is now no longer publishing, called Diario Filipino. It was meant to be a Filipino broadsheet, but it folded up after 5 years. Before that, I had also been writing for news magazines like the Who magazine and several other weekly magazines, long essays.
So what inspires you to write? And can you name some of your influences in terms of writing?
What inspires me to write? What inspires me to write basically is, I think the better question is what motivates me to write. Usually I sit down to write something because there is something I have not fully understood, or an issue where I need to collect my thoughts or clarify my thoughts.
So in line,
I write basically in order to clarify my thoughts to myself. And when the result of that clarification is pleasing to me, I would like to communicate it to others. I think the question next to that is, who are your influences? Is that,
yes.
Do you want an answer to that question, or do you want it to move to another?
Oh, yeah, answer that question.
There are many influences in the way I think, but basically these influences come from my own discipline in sociology, as well as from my readings in philosophy. There are many influences, but no one in particular. If you're referring to my style of writing, I do not think that there is anybody in particular who has influenced my style of writing. But the kind of ideas and the kind of problems I deal with are basically bear the hallmarks of the sociological training. What I want to do basically is to explain certain things from a sociological perspective, using some sociological concepts, even if they may not appear to be strictly sociological, from the perspective of people who are not in the discipline. So I try not to intimidate my readers with sociological jargon, because I'm more interested in the way a sociologist thinks about issues and about realities, rather than with introducing a sociological language. I think with respect to the style of writing, probably the closest influence would be the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. I like the way he writes. It's very short, it's pithy, it's very coherent, and it starts with ordinary things but moves on to more difficult and complex issues.
So how would you like to be remembered as a writer?
How do I want to be remembered as a writer? I would like to be read in the first instance rather than simply remembered. I would like to be remembered as somebody who wrote in a different way, who approached subjects from a distinctly sociological perspective, that tried to explain certain things in terms of their origins in society and in history. want to be remembered as somebody who explained things, clarified difficult issues for people. I would like to be remembered as somebody who persuaded people to think in a different way, in new ways, about old problems.
So how is life as a journalist or a sociologist like here in the Philippines? How is it like to be a sociologist and to write a column for...
Well, in general, whether you are a literary writer or a columnist, you tend to be underpaid. But thank God, the profession of writing has its own intrinsic rewards, so that you don't really look to the material payment as your principal reward. Because if you did, then you're bound to be disappointed. That's why very few people make a living out of writing. You usually have another day job because you cannot rely entirely on writing as a source of livelihood. Unless you are really an excellent, well-published author, people buy your books. But in general, most writers in this country, whether they are literary authors or columnists, are, I think, are not properly appreciated by their employers, and so they tend to be underpaid.